Resolutions should be eliminated altogether and instead choose one word to guide us through the next year. Here to explain are Dan Britton and Jimmy Page, co-authors of the book, One Word That Will Change Your Life. Hello to both of you. Welcome to Street Talk. Tell me about the one-word principle.
Well, it was something that Jimmy and I have been doing since 1999. We were guys that love resolutions. We had our action plan, had all of our goals set out for the year, and at the end of the year, we're lucky to even remember them. So we decided to scrap and ditch New Year's resolutions, try something totally radical, and choose one word as a theme or vision statement for the entire year to narrow the focus for greater life change. And we started that back in 2000.
How's it been working, Jim?
Oh, it's been amazing. You know, Dan and I had, as he said, experienced a ton of failure, frustration, and like the rest of Americans, 90% don't keep their resolutions. They fail. So when we put this in place almost 16 years ago, my first word was simplify. I knew that my life was busy. There was a lot going on. I probably had too much, had my to-do list, and failed in many ways. So as I started to filter and focus my life through that one word, simplify, it impacted all aspects of my life, from my physical life to my spiritual life, all the way to my financial life.
So when you say simplify, that was the word that Jimmy chose. How do you decide which word is appropriate for what you're going through at that particular time?
Well, in our book, we walk through a three-step process. It's simple: look in, look up, look out. Okay. The look in is prepare the heart, unplugging from the distractions and the busyness of life, and really prepare your heart to receive the word. And we feel that in silence and solitude, there's a word of power that's birthed. And then after you look in and prepare your heart, you look up. And John, Jimmy, and myself, all three of us, authors of the book, we're men of faith, and we believe that God will give you a word. And once you receive that word, then the last part is look out. You can actually apply it to your life, apply it to every dimension of your life.
You know, that's been a tough part, you know, also being faith-based, trying not to get my own voice, you know, mixed up with what could be the word coming from above. Do you run into people saying the same thing?
Oh, sure. And that's why following that process is so important. Life is busy, and a lot of times it crowds out that inner voice, the ability to hear from God and to really be contemplative. So when you prepare your heart and you unplug from technology, which is tough, it's tough for all of us, and you get some quiet time and you ask three simple questions: what do I need, what's in my way, and what needs to go? And if you take the time to actually write down some answers to those and listen, your word will start to bubble up to the surface. And then in prayer, asking God, hey, what do you want to do in me and through me this year? What are your plans for me? Then that word starts to come through, and it becomes very simple to choose that word and to feel confident that that word is going to have a broad impact on your life.
Dan, what's been the reaction from your family circles to even some of the famous people that you've shared your message with?
It's been catalytic. I mean, that would probably be the one word for the book.
That's the word.
Right. Catalytic. Every time we share it, people go, oh, why didn't I think of this? Because I think it came out of frustration of failed resolutions and realizing not feeling like they achieved anything. We feel that it's not setting to-do goals, but to-be goals. It's who you want to become, not just accomplishing something throughout the year of lists and checking the box, but actually discovering who you're meant to be. And we feel that that gives you purpose, power, and mission and meaning as you live out your word.
Jimmy, I don't know if you get into it in the book. Do you write the word down? Is it someplace where it's always visible?
Yes, it's a great point. You know, in order for anything to actually come to fruition, you've got to keep it front and center. It's got to be top of mind. So, you know, Dan and I, our families get together every New Year's Eve, and our families will actually paint our words on a small canvas.
Well, we try to paint.
It's not pretty, but we paint it. And then we put it up in our kitchen, and that becomes a focal point for conversation throughout the year. So we'll ask the kids, hey, how's your word going? What are you learning? What are the blessings? What are the challenges? How is that one word helping to shape you into the young man or young woman that you're being? And we ask the same questions of ourselves. And we also share it with our inner circle of friends, that group that wants the best for us, wants us to be the best that we can be. And then throughout the year, we have conversations. Hey, how's your word of momentum this year going? What does that look like? And it keeps us on track throughout the year.
I have to ask you this. What words did you choose for 2015?
Well, my word this year is best.
Okay.
I want to be the best leader, the best husband, the best father, and experience God's best for my life this upcoming year. And I can't wait to see what's in store when I get to the end of December 31st, 2015, and experience what does it mean to be best that I can be.
Now, Dan, will you look back just to gauge, you know, how you did at the beginning and to see if you did meet your goal?
Yeah, that's one of the things that we do. We encourage people. We actually on our website have a review, a little evaluation. That at the end of the year, just sit down and take some time to evaluate some of the blessings, some of the challenges, so you can learn and grow as you move forward.
Jim, what's your word?
Yeah, my word is momentum. And, you know, the idea of mass in motion, that things build over time. And, you know, sometimes you can have negative momentum where things aren't, you know, maybe in your relationship aren't where you want them to be. But you can make a choice and a change, and then all of a sudden you can restore positive momentum in your relationships, maybe with your finances. So I'm excited to see how positive momentum impacts my life. And then as I look back, we look at milestones and memories. I can look back over 16 years and look at different chapters in my life and remember exactly the ways that I was changed and marked to become the man that I am today.
So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. This is my take home from our chat here. I made a resolution for myself, and it was, I spent most of last year and a little bit before giving energy that wasn't received properly, that I thought I was neglecting myself. So I figure I can't be, you know, who I need to be to those who love and need me if I don't take care of myself.
That's right.
So I have to find a word, I guess. It may sound selfish, I didn't mean it to be, but my goal was to put more concentration on getting myself, you know, together so I can be there for those who need me.
That's right.
So I have to find a word that kind of like, you know, to do that. I'm going to try this.
It would be a great year.
It will be
the best year ever.
And your word always has broad impact on others around you. So I love the fact that you have that inward focus for the benefit of others.
Right.
I think it's going to be a powerful year. We'll help you discover that word.
But we won't give you the word.
We won't give it to you because it's your word.
I'm going to go home and let him give me the word.
That's not our job. We'll just write the book and you can guide through it.
This was so cool to meet you. Look, I'm going to ask Harvey if we can get you back next year so we can read.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll review your year and your word.
All right.
That's right.
Jimmy Page, Dan Britton, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the book.